Love at first sight. With my roommate, moving into a new apartment was supposed to be a fresh start, a peaceful, quiet life. But that dream started the moment I met my new roommate, Park Jimin. He was handsome, confident, and had enough sass to make my life a living nightmare. I was exhausted from carrying my bags up to my new apartment. My arms ached, my hair was a mess, and all I wanted was a nap. But the moment I opened the door, my soul left my body. There, standing in the kitchen, was the most beautiful human I had ever seen. Park Jimin, dressed in an oversized sweater, his blonde hair slightly messy. He held a steaming mug of coffee, leaning against the counter like he belonged on the cover of a magazine. And then he smiled. Ah, you must be my new roommate, he said. His voice smooth like honey. My brain gone, my words vanished, my heart absolutely wrecked. I blinked rapidly, struggling to remember how to breathe. Was this real? Was I dreaming? I stuttered like a fool. Jimin tilted his head, eyes twinkling with amusement. Are you okay? You look flustered. Flustered? I am dying. This wasn't fair. How was I supposed to live with someone this gorgeous? I collapsed onto the couch, exhausted. Hours of unpacking and organizing have completely drained me, and my stomach lets out a low growl in protest. Jimin, who is sitting on the opposite end of the couch, glances at me, amused. Hungry? Starving, I mumbled, rubbing my eyes. Silence stretches for a second. Then suddenly, would you like to eat ramen? My brain stalls because his voice is slow, smooth, teasing. There's a slight huskiness to it, dripping with something almost dangerous. I blinked at him, my exhausted brain short circuits. Excuse me, I managed. Jimin tilts his head, lips twitching like he is holding back a smirk. He said. He leans in slightly, eyes dark with amusement. Do you want ramen? My face burns. You? I glared at him, pointing a finger. Stop messing with me. Jimin just chuckles, standing up and stretching lazily. Relax, roommate. He draws. I was just offering actual ramen. But then he steps closer, just enough that I catch the faint scent of his cologne. His voice dropped to a murmur, barely above a whisper, unless he pauses, his gaze flickering to my lips for the briefest second. You had something else in mind? I freeze. My heart stops. Jimin grins, obviously enjoying my suffering. Kidding. He finally says, walking off towards the kitchen. I let out a slow, shaky breath, my heart racing for no reason at all. Next day, early morning, the light from the window seeps into the room, waking me from a restless sleep. My stomach tightens, and I immediately clutch my abdomen. A sharp cramp sends a jolt through my body, and I groan. Period cramps. I try to push through the pain and sit up, but my body feels like it's made of lead. I quickly rush to bathroom, hoping to relieve the discomfort. But as I get up, I notice the uncomfortable warmth, my unmistakable wetness on my pajama pants. I glance down to find a small blood stain. My face goes red in embarrassment, and I ran to the bathroom, hoping Jimin won't see. I locked the door behind me, heart pounding. Later that evening, after I have recovered from the unexpected embarrassment, I walk out of my room, trying to act like nothing happened. Jimin is sitting on the couch, scrolling through his phone, and I moved to the kitchen, trying to ignore his gaze. But then I hear it. Hey! Jimin's voice call out softly from behind me. I freeze. About this morning, I turn around, heart racing. Jimin is leaning against the door frame, a soft smirk on his lips. But then I hear it. Do you really think I won't notice? He asked casually. The blood stain on your pajamas and the bedsheet? My face flushes instantly. Whoa, what are you talking about? I stammer, pretending I don't know exactly what he means. He raises an eyebrow. It's okay, woman stuff. You don't have to be embarrassed. My jaw drops. How did you? He just shrugs. I'm not blind. I have had a few roommates before. I stare at him in disbelief. You are you are not embarrassed talking about it? Jimin chuckles, his usual teasing grin appearing. Now, it's a natural thing. No need to be shy about it. But I can't shake the feeling that he is enjoying this way too much. I swear, I mutter, trying to hide my embarrassment. You are too comfortable with everything. He just smiles knowingly. Hey, I am just being a good roommate. I roll my eyes. Yeah, sure, good roommate. One night, we were watching a movie when Jimin suddenly paused the screen and turned to me. Can I ask you something? I swallowed hard. Oh, sure. He stared at me, then smirked. Do you have a crush on me? My entire world stopped. Oh, what? I nearly choked on my popcorn. No, no. What makes you think that? Jimin just laughed, tilting his head. Are you sure? If you don't, then why are you blushing? My entire body shut down. Jimin chuckled, clearly enjoying my misery. Relax, I'm just teasing you. You know, if you ever do develop a crush on me, he said, his voice playful yet laced with something deeper. Just let me know. I scoffed, grabbing a pillow and throwing it at him. He laughed, dodging it effortlessly. Good night, roommate. The end.